Hello, loves, and welcome to Red Hairs and Daffodils Homestead. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kate. I want to welcome you guys on in today. Today's video for me is a unique one. We are going to be taking a stab at a recipe that has no provenance. It is a milk and honey sandwich bread. Found it in my plethora of goodies, and I thought it seemed pretty rustic. I was going to say I don't want to use the word simple, but it seemed a pretty rustic recipe. And I thought we'd take a stab at it today. We're going to have a great dinner tonight, and I thought a nice bread to go along with it would be a wonderful addition. So let's get started. We've got our 1 cup of warm milk. It's between 105, 110. I think we measured it exactly at 107. So we're right in that range there. We're going to add in a 2 1/4 teaspoon packet of active dry yeast, and we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of honey. If I can just show you guys this real fast. Lynn surprised me and picked up a gorgeous, gorgeous honey pot, and it's got a glass dipper in it as well. You guys, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I absolutely love it. We're encroaching in on fall, as you guys well know, and I do love my hot tea with honey, and I'm excited to use it today. So, yay! All right, so we've got our, just don't let it splatter anywhere. Got our milk, got our yeast. Want all those little granules out. And we're going to add in our 2 tablespoons of honey here. Put these kind of close together so I don't lose any valuable honey. You guys, this is the cutest thing ever. Oh my heavens. Okay, I'm just going to kind of swirl this around a little bit, try to get some of that honey to dissolve and get all those yeast granules covered. And we're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes until it becomes a little foamy. I'll bring you guys right on back. Alrighty, loves, our timer just went off, and as you can see, our yeast mixture has a nice foamy top on it, which is absolutely perfect. We are going to now pour this gently into our KitchenAid stand mixer. I do have it retrofitted with the dough hook on it. So you go ahead and just gently pour. Just don't want to splash it. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yay. Okay. I love when we're off to a great start. Alrighty, we are going to add in our butter, egg, salt, and flour. We've got 3 tablespoons of butter softened, and I'm using a little bit of salted butter today. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. You can really smell that yeast. And I've got 1 large egg, lightly beaten. We've got 1 teaspoon of fine kosher salt. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. And then between 3 and 3.5 cups of flour. I have 3.5 cups measured out. I am reserving a 1/2 cup of flour. I'd rather err on the side of caution than to have too much in there at the beginning. So I'm just going to pull that out, and I'm going to gently add this in real fast. Perfect, perfect. Okay, and that's it. lock it, and we're going to start on slow. This says to knead for 8 to 10 minutes until smooth. I'm going to let it start on low for the first 4 minutes, and then I'm going to check it, and then I'll see if we need to add a little bit more of that reserved half cup of flour, and then we'll crank it up maybe to like a medium so that it really starts that gluten formation. So I'll be back here in just a sec. Alrighty, loves, we're about a minute into the kneading process, and it really needs some extra flour. As you can see, there's absolutely no, it's not setting, it's just real loose. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in maybe half of this half cup, so a quarter cup of this flour, and then we'll check it again here in another minute or two. I just want to start this off on the right foot. Good, it already looks better. Alrighty, our first 4 minutes of kneading out of our 8 to 10 minutes. I just want to kind of scrape down the hook, want to scrape down the sides of the bowl. This is already starting off so beautifully, you guys. Oh my gosh, the smell coming off of this. I love the smell of that yeast. Oh, this is beautiful. It's nice and sticky, and we only have this much flour left. So I've been trying to add that in little bit by little bit. We're going to go ahead and just slap that in there, and we're going to lock it in. We're going to put this up to medium, maybe a medium high for the remaining 4 minutes. Whoa, too fast. Okay, we put it on for I think I got it on 2. So we're going to let this go for another 4 minutes. Alrighty, loves. Our timer just went off, and we've been kneading this for 8 minutes. Top of my mixer is rather warm. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, there we go. Yeek. If you hear anything, Dobby found a paper bag on the floor, so he's hiding. All right, this is a really thick mixture, which is wonderful. I already have one of our large bowls. I bought some real nice quality California olive branch EVOO, and so I went ahead and just using my pastry brush, just put a nice layer in down below on the bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and try to scrape this out. There's a little bit of a dough layer that did not get picked up by the dough hook on the bottom of my mixer bowl here, but there's no unincorporated flour. So that's a wonderful thing, you guys. Okay, don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, this dough is so warm. Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
That's a stretchy dough.
It is a stretchy dough. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, beautiful. That one tiny little piece. There we go. Just, I love how this dough smells, you guys. It's perfect. All right. Got everything out? All right. I'm going to just wash my hands real fast. Alrighty, I've got all of my dough into my bowl here. I am just going to put a very, very light coating of my EVOO on the top of the bread here. We do not have to have this in a loaf formation just yet. We're going to let this rise for about an hour, and then we will shape it into a loaf and then get it into our prepared loaf pan. So we are good there. I even found a bread tea towel. So this is going to be my designated rising bread tea towel. So I thought this was perfect. I'm just going to set this aside. I might actually, the oven was on earlier. I had it pre-baking or preheating for this recipe. So I'm wondering if the top of the ovens, oh, it's not bad at all. Pulled out all of our loaf pans because I didn't know which one we were going to use. I'm just going to gently put this on top of the stove where the light's on. It's barely even warm to the surface. So I thought a little bit of a warm environment might help to have that rise. Alrighty, we're gonna let that go for an hour and then we'll be back to shape that into a loaf and we'll go from there. See you guys here in a few. Alrighty, loves, just finished washing my hands here. I just pulled the bread off of the stove. The bowl has a nice light warmth to it. And let's take a gander and see where we're at. Oh, it's so soft, you guys. Oh my good heavens. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this dough is beautiful. It's soft. Oh my gosh. It is, you can see on the edges here, the gluten formation is just, oh, this is beautiful. Oh my heavens, this is beautiful. Alrighty, we're going to punch this down just a little bit and we're going to form it into a loaf. I'm not going to use any flour. I'm just going to use a little bit of EVOO on my hands. We're going to get this into our loaf pan and then we're going to let it rise between another 30 to 45 minutes. And then we can slap it into the oven, throw it into the oven. I have 3 loaf pans. I've got a 9 by 4, a 9.5 by 4.5, and a 10 by 5 because I didn't know what size we needed. This recipe did not include a size on this, so I didn't know how big this was going to end up being, looking, the whole 9 yards. One of my hands is covered in oil. There we go. So I'd rather have all 3 out. And then I can just grab one of my parchment paper liners for this. Just gonna put just the bare minimum. Maybe too much. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun to wash off. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is soft and beautiful. I've used that word so many times in this video, and I mean it. I mean it, you guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, you guys. This dough is perfect. Perfect, perfect. I was gonna say I don't wanna lose any of this gluten formation. I just want this to be perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna roll it in on itself. Alrighty. Okay. We're gonna use our brand new USA pan. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna try to wash my hands for just a smidgen. I need to grab my parchment paper liner for this. Be right back. Alrighty, loves. I went ahead and got my parchment paper liner in there, and I actually took my hands and wiped it on the parchment paper because I'm a little shiny. And then we sprayed just 2 little spritzes of Pam on the parchment sheet as well. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead. Okay. Okay, got it in my pan. I'm going to use the official tea towel there. We're going to let this, I'm going to throw it back on the top of the stove, and then I'm going to scrub the stuffing out of my hands. So I'm going to let this rise. I'm going to check on it in 30, and I'll bring you guys back. Alrighty, loves, it's been about 30 minutes, and we are going to go ahead and unveil this. It's a little poofy right there, so I'm excited to see this. Oh, perfect, perfect. Oh my goodness. You guys, this is so soft. Come in for a close-up. I know it's a little lopsided from where I rolled it. This side's a little bit higher, but this bread is just simply fingertip soft. Oh, alrighty, loves. We're going to go ahead and get this in our preheated oven, 350 degrees, and we're going to put it in. We're going to start off at 30 minutes. It says to bake it between 30 and 45. We're going to start off at the low end, and we will check it, and I'll bring you guys back when it's out of the oven and done. I've got all my fingers crossed for this, you guys. I hope this is going to be a beautiful loaf. So see you guys here in just a few. Alrighty, loves. We just pulled our milk and honey bread out of the oven. It was in for a total of 35 minutes. Not bad. I went ahead and took the internal temperature, and it's now sitting at 205. The proper range for the internal temperature to be fully baked is between 190 and 210. So we are right there in the sweet spot, which is good. So we're good. I absolutely love the crust that's formed on this, and it smells absolutely divine. So can't wait to cut into this when it cools down a little bit for dinner tonight. And we've got a couple hours for it to cool down, so we're sitting pretty. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share the page. We've got a wonderful month of goodies coming up here in September. I can't wait to cook and bake alongside you guys, and we will definitely have some things worth sharing coming up here in September. So hugs and loves for now, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.